So yeah, I guess I just don't understand that whole process of you attract what you because yeah, everyone that's going out on a date with someone is definitely attracting an arsehole. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely thinking, you know what, this is the time. Ah, and then the shoe drops, right? The penny falls, and it often feels like this whole thing here. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I don't understand it, but it feels like manipulation. That whole you manifest what you.
Make you happy so you don't do anything because you will feel happy for something that will never come.
I've been manifesting I'm a king. I've been fucking believing into this shit since I was a kid, right? That's been one of my strongest beliefs. That's what I'm going to achieve. I am going to be a king. If shit ain't happened yet, maybe I'm just not believing enough, or
Maybe.
it's got nothing to do with realisticness, has it?
Yeah.
Because people are going to vote you to be king. Do you understand that? You don't get voted. You get crowned. Okay, I'm going to get crowned by something. Do you understand that amount of fucking manifestation? I don't think I could exist in that mindset any more than command your space. Do this. Do what kings do. I need some scissors and a ribbon. I don't know if it's all that way, but depends on what you're looking at as king, pharaoh, or different things like that.
Yeah.
You command reality and manifest it. So does that mean that all people that walk through tough times manifested that shit somehow?
I don't know. Then you hear that you are not thinking about it the right way. That you are thinking from the point of luck or something, or there is always explanation why it doesn't work. So
Yeah, and then it feels like it's a you problem,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
psychology, right?
yeah. It's supposed to
But
make you
reality don't
feel
work that
like
way.
yeah, it's supposed to make you feel like good because you are telling yourself this stuff, and that makes you feel good and makes you kind of continue, maybe do a little bit something that you didn't do before. Maybe yes, maybe no, but I think it's supposed to kind of keep you somewhere.
Oh, and all the kids that are leaving school have great big aspirations and they manifest a dead end job.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
And they are lucky because they get to some supermarket at least.
and then they're manifesting abundance, and yes, okay, it's probably optional of how to look at that situation. And then I'd agree with it if we were all walking the same road. Every single one of us were walking the same road. There was no hierarchy or lowerarchy. It was all equal. Then I don't think there would be any comparison, would there?
No.
And then that's then when really, if we do the numbers game, there aren't that many jobs, right? Not for everyone to work. Let's be realistic. Let's empty out the
No,
prisons.
not
Let's have the
anymore.
people on benefits off of that.
Yeah.
And we can extend retirement if we need to. Plus the kids leaving school. If we were to do all of these things, there's just not enough jobs, right?
No.
And then is there enough money to manifest more jobs? Well, depending on what it is there supply and demand? Do people really like it? Do you think that everyone is destined to be a CEO? Well, I can show you how to get rich quick. I can show you how to get rich quick as well. Pay me £1 and I'll tell you. Just do what I did. Do you know what? I manifested that, sons of bitches. That's... Now I'm writing a book. It's now going to cost you like not just £1 now. I'm going to reveal all of these secrets in a step-by-step process.
Yeah, that's what
It's going to cost
manifesting.
you like 40 quid now.
That's for what manifesting is about. You talk about it, you write about it, people go to your course, people go to your performance, people go to buy your book, and then you manifest it. That's the way it works, isn't it?
So
That's the people who came with it after the new wave that was over 100 years ago. Someone found in the library somewhere and was like, oh, that's been a long time, let's do it again.
the money magic.
The Money Magic, and then that was the film that was what was it called? The Secret. That was the film that started it. Even though some people before that were talking about it, this one started it because people watched it on YouTube, and then maybe it was somewhere on TV or whatever.
Let me give you an example, right? What if we all did that? Every single part of the population then did the same money manifestation via manipulating each other. At least the money would move in currency.
It would move more than now, yeah.
I'll buy yours if you buy mine. How much is yours? 40 quid. How much is yours? 40 quid. Oh, okay. Here's some money. Thank you. Here's the book. Thank you. And oh yeah, you wanted to buy that book? Okay, I'll take back that 40 and here's a book. Now who's made the money in that? Might as well just swap the books and fuck the money.
Yeah.
Now we feel like we're ancients. We're trading knowledge. Technically, then it defeats the object of even sharing the money in the first place. We might as well just swap the books, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we all then end up doing it, we then realize how bullshit that is, and then everyone's in a dead end job, which is what? Writing money manifestation mechanics. Or whatever it's called. I really don't know. Whatever you're trying to manifest something, or you're trying to. I don't know. I just think that's a bit weird. Oh, here's another one for you. Let's all be a CEO like Cadbury's, starting chocolate. You know, we're going to be insanely obese is one, and we're also going to be incredibly broke. None of us will be able to afford to buy the very thing that we're actually making anyway, so you might as well make it for yourself. Oh, I'll trade you a chocolate bar for that chocolate bar. Oh, okay then. I'll try yours. Yeah, it's good, but mine's better. You see, there again, when you've got everything in the same, there's no comparison, is there? Well, maybe in what you're doing, but still. Money becomes not the object. It just becomes a tool. Oh, but again, a very pointless tool. What about if all humans got together with the same mindset? I mean, what would your brain do then? What are these scientists testing? I got to ask that question, right? So, if someone thinks something and someone does something, apparently it lights up the same area in the brain, yeah?
Yeah.
So, what happens if a group of people decide to get together, no money, and they start making new houses? Well, you wouldn't be allowed because council will be all over you like a rash.
Yeah.
Like an itchy rash.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That would just be no, because, you know, the houses that are being built right now, they'd be like, you better go and do something about that. Here's $5,000. Hey, we've been reading this book about manifestation, money. We need $5,000 from all of you. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll go and deal with these ones wanting to make houses. Okay? Oh, here you go. Ah, kingdom wealth. Anyway, and then they're going to do something about it, probably. It's funny, but not really. Why are you stopping us for? These houses are non-toxic. Well, because the rules are the rules. Yeah, but you're supporting toxic houses. I mean, it's kind of putting you up against the fence a little bit, isn't it? Because you're here to protect people, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really have a problem with this. You should have a bigger problem with them. How much money you got? None, but we'll build you one of these if you want. Anyway, still, all jokes aside, although they're not really jokes, because that's really the alternate, isn't it?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. So we make non-toxic houses and everything else, yeah? And everybody gets together. A group. Supported. When they start to make these houses together. From nothing. Just, you know, come together and just play around with the world just like heaven gave it to you. Is it that? Was that? Yeah, that's good. That's good enough, right? And you begin to come together and build some very decent houses that can be heated, all of them, by a candle. Oh, and what's more, we'll also build some food that goes into that as well, so we can feed ourselves and each other. And we can build these very big out of materials that were already given freely on across the planet. Yes, socialism. Nice. What part of the brain would you light up then? Because that's a hell of a fucking achievement, right?
Yeah.
So everybody come together and started a new way and fucking just did it. I mean, that's going to light up something, isn't it?
Yeah.
No money, no stress, no trouble, no worry.
Uh-huh.
By the way, I don't feel like building those today. Fair enough. But I have picked you all your food. Okay. Fair enough. Also, tweak it around with the heat, and this is how I managed to make the heat in there. Fucking awesome. I mean, what sort of the brain would you light up in that situation? And I might add, how long would it keep on going on for because you're living in that? Isn't that attracting a reality? And there's no manifestation in that apart from people getting together and a will to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't even drown these fucking houses. They float. Fucking hell. Yeah, and the forest? Yeah, the forest too. It floats. Can cope with waves, can be capsized and everything. But won't capsize. But still, you know, indestructible, insinkable, separable, and also togetherable. And also heat, not a problem. Well, not 100% sure about that. You know, the ocean is quite a beast. Only because it's abrasive, because it's got lots of pieces of sand in it, and also mineral content, and a lot of debris from estuaries and everything else that we often overlook. And this stuff annihilates metal. It really grinds it down pretty quickly. Beautiful. Run a magnet through sand. You'll be interested to see all of that stuff sticking to there. It is very valuable stuff. You can do this in soil as well.
Mm-hmm.
You start to collect this up, especially with hematite. You can begin to collect all of these little iron pieces, we're going to assume, until you end up getting a rather large amount that you can barely even lift. Now, you realize this was getting so heavy? Chuck that shit into a fire. Well, hey, you're on your roll. You've just found some metal and come together and then start to melt it and get it nice and hot. And then if you're existing in that state of mind, or what type of brain scan are you lighting up then? Because it's a constant thing, right? And then does it light up that part of the brain just in that initial moment of having the thought or doing it? But then what happens if you then continuation is living inside it? Do you then have an increase in brain activity, even more so than what's being seen now? Interesting. Yeah, but I often wonder that because you're living in it. It's not exactly a chore. Again, even if you're a CEO, it must be a pain in the ass to go to work. Even still, if you do, and you know, everyone must sort of have that glad to be home sort of thing. But then your work becomes your home, your lifestyle, your everything else. And then what type of brain activity does it increase then? You see, there must be something, right? And then is the scan really revealing what we're thinking about or what we've done as an achievement? And every time you think about it, yes, it gives you nostalgia and then it wears off again. But what about something that hits at the top but just keeps going? Because you're experiencing it. It's hitting your senses every moment of every day. Think how cheap this was. Can you remember the dark old days? Oh yeah, great-great-grandpa used to be in a house full of asbestos, in a house full of poisonous substances, in a house full of breathing in this shite. Couldn't even have summers without it littering everywhere. You know, this is this sort of process. I wonder how good that must feel. Does that not make the heart quicken and the excitement go, and then anything becomes at your leisure, any possibility? And not only that, you know you can do it. Why? Because you've done it, and it's an ongoing transformation. And then that must charge the brain up even more so, which is then potential. And again, most of this universe is about potential. It is energy, isn't it? It's potential energy, energy and potential, and it's a constant potential. It's interesting as well because it can then keep going, and then what does that pass down to your kids? It's not telling them. It's not anything. It's a show and tell, and they grow up into it, and they automatically, because they're in that environment, begin to. That's got to be more powerful than any money manifests or whatever else it may be, and then what type of endorphin release does that release into the populace? Which would be the population in that. Because you're making such achievements, right? One after the other, after the other, after the other. Things are becoming easier. And then doesn't easy life then that is generated cause more openness in the mind, which then makes the potential even more so? If you've never had a dark day, well, and most people are equal in this and no comparison really.
Yeah.
The comparison is the old comparison as opposed to this new comparison. All the poisonous shit is there if you want to go and build it. Wait, what? Yeah, it's all there. They're all the things they used to use this. Yeah, they did. Don't breathe it too much. Oh, the disappearance of asthma, the disappearance of skin complaints, the disappearance of weird fucking shite that we get. Food becomes healthier, people feel better, teeth begin to rectify themselves. Oh, you can have a sweet diet, and this type of natural sweet. Foods are better, air is purer, water is more cleaner. Fuck me, that must do something more to the brain if the body is... And then the brain is... I wonder how that lights up on a scan.
Yeah.
I wonder what that does to your brain, your psyche. Interesting. Very, very interesting one for me, that one. It's just... I wonder if it'll trigger more. But yes, in this whole believe it and all the fake it till you make it type... I don't know if it's really faking it, because you can really believe it. But does it change anything? No. Why not? Well, in order for you to be able to make things happen by believing into it and everything starts to attract, you would have to have a lot of things in your control. And a lot of things are not in your control. The control is in a lot of other individuals, and most people say that it isn't. They want you to look past all of that shite. Well, it's not really, you're not in control of it, are you?
No.
Can you do what you want?
No.
I'm not on about the darker kind of do what you want. No, I'm on about the lighter side of doing what you want.
No.
The answer is no. Well, why? What would I need? Well, you'd need some money. Okay, how do I get the money? Well, you'd need this. Okay, then you'll need that. Then you'll need this. And then, isn't that like playing Buckaroo with stress?
Yeah. Okay.
Got to now meet a deadline.
Yeah.
Tick tock, come on, faster. Look, if you've got one more week, if you don't pay that repayment back, all of this is mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's, again... But if you had it, where, well, whatever you want to do. Sure, not everyone's going to go to the dark side. Most people will say that straight up. They'll be like, well, what about murder? Well, I don't think anyone's got the intention in that mindset to go and commit murder. What about this, and this? Okay, alright, fucking careful. You know, you say dreams will come true, and I'll say so do nightmares. Alright, Ted, alright. It tells you more about the individual than it does.
Yeah.
You know, if you're thinking dream and they're thinking nightmare.
Yeah.
Sort of respect the thought, but, you know. Yeah. Kind of strange.
Yeah.
As opposed to, ooh, what about this? Fucking love it. And even though you would say that that's quite a negative mindset for that person to probably come back with a comment like that, they're actually pretty doing really well with themselves. To be honest, they're doing quite well. That's quite with a negative mindset and all the rest of it, that we're taught on another way that you've got to sort of be this. So, I don't think I believe it. And maybe it's because I don't believe it, but I think I've learnt not to believe that. Sort of remain neutral in that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when you ask people right in that moment, what about this? Oh my God, I gotta thank my lucky stars. I'm gonna thank God. I'm gonna thank everything. I just never knew that this could possibly ever happen to a person like me. Yeah, that's an interesting fact, because that also works in the negative as well. Yeah. Shit me, I never thought this would fucking happen. Oh, fuck me, you're saying the same thing this person's saying here, just different end of the spectrum. Maybe it's because you're not thinking it enough. Maybe you're thinking it too much. You know what? Do you want to shift over and let someone else of us have some of that belief too, you know? Don't be greedy. Come on. Right? Yeah. It's sort of, I don't think it's about what you think. No, I don't. I think that's a good illusion to play when a society is so controlled. And there's a lot of factors on other people that you've got to go and see in order to get that way, right? Because, sure, shit me, if you're born into money, fucking hell, it's probably not easy. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, it's lessened the approach of what someone who doesn't have money. Do you get what I mean? That you've already got one of the hurdles met.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, I'm saying it's easier because one of those hurdles is already met. As opposed to someone with no money. I mean, fucking hell. For them to get that, realistically, to get that type of cash that you can perhaps get access to, or you get it through inheritance, this person's never going to get it from any of those things. Or maybe not. Maybe they do. Who knows? Their fight for it is going to be a lot harder. And then, well, let's say if they wanted to get it quicker, they'd have to reach out and get a loan, yes? That's a stress that you probably don't have. Got to pay it back. Got a deadline. Come on, look. That's an extra burden that you don't have. All right, you've got other burdens. Don't get me wrong, you do. But this person's got this burden before they've even got through the door. You're already past that and already quite a way up. And you don't have those same burdens that this person's got to. And now I wonder, if I take you, put you in this position, I want to see if you can rise again. Different circumstances, Because if you fought your way through it and you're the person that manifests shit, then let's have a test. You get to walk back to all your wealth and success, but we're going to put you right back at rock bottom, and you got to make it happen. No friends, no money, nothing. You're going to be in this position. Run from here. Because I think that will give insight, right? And likewise to someone at that position, you get this position. I just wonder, if I set the stage for you with this, eliminate these steps first, and sort of pick you up a little bit, will you be more successful? If you've already got the fuel for the idea, but you've just not got the... And I expose you to this, do you then become successful? Then, would that make you, knowing the road that you had, that someone gave you the opportunity, are you going to return that opportunity when you reach a status point? Because you were that once. And then do we change the dynamic? Because some people are like, oh yes, people think that because you had it easy or had this or had that. I'm not saying that's a be-all and end-all of anything, really. But again, some people steal from other people. Get a fucking good reputation for themselves. Had access to the cash, had access to the idea, had access to this. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, recipe to success would be those types of... And then I wonder if we made someone else walk that path as well, who had the insight burning, would they do the same thing? What about if they didn't have the insight, but had a step-by-step process to follow? I mean, in business plan. Guaranteed. Would they succeed? We're willing to bet yes. But again, we don't have any of these tests, do we? We just got people's words for it. And most in society, those people's words for it, well, I don't know, they're going to have to take a pinch of bullshit. I don't know. Sure. What do you want to do with your life? I don't know. All right, I guess you're not the one. What do you want to do with your life? I have plans to do this, this, and this. What about if I got you those things? Do you reckon you can really make that happen? Oh, I'll give it a go. All right, then. Here are those things. And they start fucking doing it. Fucking hell. Look at you go. But the problem is, we'll make so many people that are very successful in this sort of era. What are you, a bank? No. I seek your wisdom. I'm better than a bank. Oh, what's that then? Well, you come to me with a very good idea, and I'll help you break it into step by step. And then I'll let you walk into all the resources that you need for it. If we don't have them, we'll get them. If we don't have the means to make it, we'll make the thing to make the means to make it. Anybody else got any good ideas to be able to make this? Oh, I got this. Let me seek your wisdom. Okay, so if I give you this, the agreement is that you're to help this person here, who's going to need that at this stage, and at that stage. Oh, but I need some of this. That's interesting. So we're going to need somebody else. But before you know it, you've got 5 companies now rising up, but they're going to come together in this grand symphony to create something when you tug it all together. And I wonder what happens if they get any stress and I'm quickly there to eliminate it. Straight away. Yeah, no stress. We got coolers for this situation. You do. Do not worry about a thing. We got you. I just wonder, what's the outcome of these individuals? What are they going to break down over? If you are eliminating all of the breakdowns, because this is, I never see this in society. We've always got this same carbon copy of everything else. What about this type of approach? Oh no, it won't work. Yes, okay, your words again. No, I want to see it. Why won't it work? Well, it's not the money, it's just that people have self-limiting beliefs. Self-limiting beliefs.
Yeah, but that's based on how all the people around behave to them, isn't it? Organizations and everything. You cannot do that. You are not educated enough for this. You don't understand that.
So what are they limiting their beliefs about? That's another question. Or because of this, this, and this.
Yeah.
What about if I eliminate all of those things for you? What if I walk this path with you? Well, what is your job? Make yours as fucking easy as possible. That's what it is. What type of a society do you create? Like I said, been manifesting king. See, are we still good? That's all right. Let's keep going. What sort of society has ever been structured on that?
I don't know it.
And you find the ones that steal all of this stuff, right? And then rather than knocking down the company and finding that person and naughty, what about just remove that person and put the person that it belongs to? Well, no. 0, my friend. These are going over to this person. Oh, you can unlock this, but you gotta learn it first. Wait, what? Because it might be a bit too much, bit too soon, bit too quick. You're not the right person. But you can be. Weird. Very strange. Very strange.
Yep.
I don't know. We hear a lot of stories about stealing. Whether these are true or not is a different story. But if they are, well, why the fuck are we all being good? Because those sort of stories send a message, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't they? Definitely. Anyway, very weird and wonderful, but still, that whole manifesting type of thing, and people are being prepared or. And then what's the blueprint of when people are ready? How do you know when people are ready? I don't understand that bit. How do you know when people are actually ready for that? Metamorphism.
You don't do.
Here, I've got multiple chrysalises here. Let me know before it hatches which one goes first. Then which one's second, and then which one's third. Because you know when they're ready. Come on. Just don't understand what the recipe for ready is and what the recipe for disaster is, and what are those things? Self-limiting beliefs, and no one's gonna hold your hand and walk you through this shit? Fucking hell. What the hell have we all been pulling this whole time? I'm pretty sure that the more advanced life forms are supposed to get, the more easier it's supposed to become. And with this more ease, you don't think it evolves quantum in any way?
Yeah.
Then after all of that education, and then quickly if you say something about a dream, they're quick to go nightmare. What the fuck have you been learning? A better thought would be, what could you do with that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not in here to grant you money, but I will grant you material stuff. Like what? This, or this. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do with it? I don't know. Put it together and create something. Well, I kind of figured this, and this. We've been away a while. That's interesting. And what's its benefit? This, and this. What does it do? This, and this. Okay. Now, you know how you made these all come together on that piece of paper? Yes. I want you to do it with reality now.
Mm-hmm.
Too much money, it will go to your head really quickly. Yeah, that should be incentive to perhaps let the people that work underneath you get a fair shot at that money, because then, you know, you can't all be bastards, can you? Divided by workforce. But then people will only work a week and fuck off. Well, it's more go around then, isn't there? Or, it's amazing how they stay at the beehive with very little. And you think that if you gave them a bit more, they'd fuck off? I just don't know about the logic in that somewhere. So it's like the less you give them, the more they stay. Is that really true?
Sure.
You hear in that nature, the less pollen you give, the more attractive you become. More bees will want you. Anyway, very strange, but still, it's just something that I think about. I just probably don't understand it. So yeah, I want to leave this one here because, you know, I just don't get it. But yeah, so we must all be manifesting retirement, dead-end jobs, and fucking all the things you don't want, right?
Yeah, I imagine your grandfather dreaming about that for his children and grandchildren. What a lot of putash.
It is.
Yeah, or my grandparents dreaming about that for my parents and us and cousins and all of that, like for this.
You must love being broke. Oh, one more thing. What about this whole thing with DNA on mom's side? Trauma wounds and shit.
DNA on one side?
Yeah, you know, you hear about trauma linkage that your great-great-grandfather went through this, and great-great-grandfather went through that, and great-great-grandfather went through this, and great-great-grandfather went through that.
Uh-huh.
And that you've got to heal those wounds of the past, yes?
Yeah.
So, because they were all in lack, you're going to be expecting lack? I don't think it works that way. Why? Do all people that have been in rich lives all are trying to manifest poor lives?
Well, I don't know. My grandparents...
The only place where there is no fucking duality in there.
I don't know my great-great-grandparents anyway. Only
on one side,
grandparents, yeah? I know. And they were not really rich, but they were not that poor. They were living all right lives. Could go somewhere for their holidays or whatever.
Yeah, that trauma
Yeah,
wound
yeah,
healing, yeah?
that's nonsense.
You see, the thing is, don't the records go towards, let's say, mom?
Yeah,
But then, do most people know their dad?
some people might not know their dad, yeah. And
Because,
some people might think that they know
you know,
their
once
dad.
you've got through these traumas
Yeah,
on this side of
and
the
it's not
family,
their dad, yeah.
well, what about this side?
Yeah.
And again, that's a lot of knowing, isn't it?
Mm.
That's a keep you busy for a lifetime doing that shit. If you've got to heal those wounds,
Mm.
like physically go back and heal those traumas because they're in you, that's what creates your behavior, then why has humanity been left to have those trauma wounds?
I'm not sure. I don't follow that very much.
It's the cell memory, yes?
Yeah. Huh? If my cells remember something, they didn't tell me.
But then that's only focusing on the trauma.
Yeah. And what about the other side?
Exactly. And what's the other side
Yeah.
of trauma?
It's the good life. I don't know how to say it, or positive. I don't know what that is. What is it?
Their happiness,
Yeah, happiness. Yeah.
their joy, the love they felt.
Yeah. Even if I go just on my mom's side, the side I know just a little bit, they were not rich, but they were happy,
And what do most people hide?
and they had more than we do.
Yeah, but
Because
what do most people hide?
trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too negative. Oh, you're too the. Oh, you're too the. Oh, you're too the. But you must go back and heal your traumas. Wait, what? What, secretly fucking heal this without speaking about it, without talking it out? Just sit down in yourself and just get deep in meditation and just heal this shit.
How do you do that? Or something like that.
How do you heal it?
I have no idea. That is nonsense.
But there has been love, there has been joy, and there has been happiness. Although maybe not 100% where they wanted to be, because they were dependent on a lot of outside influence.
Yeah.
And when they say don't depend on no one, I depend on no one, I don't. Where did you get all this shit from, us on HP? Where did you get the company from? Well, I loaned the money. Would you depend on no one? Nope. Gotcha.
But if you think about it, my parents were born during the Second World War. So my grandparents lived through that adults. They were born
I think the whole world lived through that, didn't they?
Yeah. Then if I take my age specifically, would be your grandfather would live through that. Then his father would know the war previous, that was before that. So would my great grandparents. And then there was another war probably before that as well, because there was war like every 20, 30 years somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
How many soldiers from each country were involved was different each time. But there was always something. And yet the people were happy, and people had children during the war.
Wasn't it not to feel so alone?
My parents both were born during that war.
Wasn't it through fear? It triggers the species, doesn't it, to breed more? Yeah, loss.
Yeah, don't know. I was not like.
Loss
They
is replaced
didn't tell
with
me. Yeah.
filling the void.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was something missing.
Yeah.
And this is what we call a life. Fuck you know. That is brutal.
And
That's fucking brutal.
yet they were happy. I don't know, they were happy.
Deep down, I don't think anyone has been happy.
Hmm.
Not really.
But they had happy moments at least. I've
Yeah, I'm
seen
sure
some
you had
on
bursts of
old
it, yeah.
videos that
Eventually.
were not very many taken, but some of them.
But they could have many more years of happiness if certain events didn't happen, or
Yeah.
I just don't know how people can physically be happy when there's rations and then there's this and then there's that. But again, that doesn't affect everybody because the gentry here would not be affected by that. I don't think you're affected by rations. I think you get the pick up a lot. In fact, I think that there's no disruption to your supply at all. Because if it came to it, your bellies would be full whilst theirs would be empty. They did all the work, you did fuck all. Their pockets are empty, yours are full.
Yeah.
And I think that's usually how it works.
Yeah, before war and about 10 years after war, it was, you had food tickets, didn't you, Russian? But then my great grandma was from countryside, so she might have had something for her family in Prague as well, a little bit, maybe not much, but something. And the other family, they didn't live in Prague during war as well. Did they know someone? And did the people know a little bit how to help themselves, most of them? Because people usually find some other ways how to help each other. That would be trade without money, because there's no money, or money is worthless completely. No?
I don't know, there's a large amount of depression and
Yeah.
anxiety. And,
Not good times,
yeah.
but that's when people went home for the sort of refuge for their, at least, you gave it once nice word, nice name, and I forgot it again. When people go home and they feel different because it's among themselves, and it's kind of refuge for them from the world and everything. And that's what people do often up to these days, when they go to that dead-end job and then they come home.
Dead-end job that you get into a load of debt, but when you die, the debt's wiped. It doesn't follow you over. And yet your debt to the planet remains. It doesn't get wiped. There's no ledger being wiped because you existed, and we often think that those debts will be wiped because we've got into the mindset of, debt's bullshit. If it could be wiped when you're dead, then did it mean anything when you were alive? Except for servitude, isn't it? And then debt for what? Things that fall from the sky for free? Well, we have to clean it. Well, if you didn't poison it, all likely the same, then we wouldn't need to clean it.
Yeah.
Interesting. A very interesting way, but yeah, so I don't think I understand it. And then what people must have really been wanting, that sort of shite. I don't know about that. I think the realisticness is you got to rebuild yourself. But it's okay because everyone's rebuilding themselves, so I guess you've got a shared grief.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird. Anyway, gotta leave that one there.
Okay.
It's not really one I really want to talk about. It's just, just airing this shit,